You got 10 compliments today. You remember the one insult. That's not an accident. That's not you being negative on purpose. That's your brain doing exactly what it was built to do. Think about the last time someone reviewed your work. 9 things went right. 1 thing went wrong. Which one kept you up at night? Which one did you replay in the shower, in traffic, right before falling asleep? This happens to almost everyone. A single harsh comment on social media outweighs 100 kind ones. One mistake at work erases a month of good performance in your own mind. A single argument with someone you love can feel heavier than a year of good memories with them. Why does this happen to all of us? Picture this. You're walking home at night. The street is quiet. Then you hear footsteps behind you. Your heart speeds up. Your mind jumps straight to danger, not to, maybe it's just someone walking their dog. That reaction isn't weakness. It's ancient wiring, still running in a modern brain. Psychologists call this the negativity bias. It's the tendency to notice, remember, and react to negative information far more strongly than positive information, even when both are equally true. Here's why your brain does this. For most of human history, missing a threat could kill you. Missing an opportunity just meant you missed out. If your ancestor ignored a rustling bush that turned out to be nothing, no harm done. But if they ignored a rustling bush that turned out to be a predator, that mistake ended their bloodline. So evolution built a brain that treats bad news as urgent and good news as optional. Psychologist Baumeister studied this directly. His research, often summarized as "bad is stronger than good," found that negative events, emotions, and feedback have a far greater psychological impact than positive ones of the same size. A loss simply weighs more than an equivalent gain. Daniel Kahneman and Amos Tversky, working on what became prospect theory, found something similar in decision-making. People feel the pain of losing money roughly twice as intensely as the pleasure of gaining the same amount. Losing $50 hurts more than finding $50 feels good, even though mathematically they cancel out. And neuroscientist John Gottman found that the brain actually produces a larger electrical response to negative stimuli than to positive ones. Your brain isn't just thinking more about the bad news, it's reacting to it more strongly at a biological level, automatically, before you even consciously notice. Here's where it gets stranger. This bias doesn't just affect how you feel, it quietly shapes your decisions. Think about the last time you almost tried something new, a new restaurant, a new job, a new relationship, and hesitated because of one bad review, one bad story you heard, one worst-case scenario your mind conjured up. The negativity bias doesn't just make bad things feel bigger, it makes you avoid entire opportunities because your brain overweights the risk and underweights the reward. It even shapes relationships. Psychologist John Gottman found that stable relationships need roughly 5 positive interactions to balance out just 1 negative one. Not 2, not 3, 5. That's how much heavier a single criticism, a single sharp word sits compared to a compliment. So the news you doom scroll, the criticism you can't stop replaying, the risk that keeps you frozen. None of it means the world is actually that dangerous, or that you are actually failing. It means your brain is running software designed for a world with predators in the bushes, applied to a world with comment sections and performance reviews. Here's the practical shift. The next time one piece of negative feedback outweighs 10 pieces of positive feedback in your head, pause and ask yourself a simple question. Is this actually 5 times more important, or does it just feel that way? Try deliberately naming 3 good things for every bad one you notice today. You're not tricking yourself. You're just correcting for a bias your brain never asked your permission to install. You got 10 compliments today. You remember the one insult. Now you know why, and now you get to decide whether that old wiring still gets the final word.
If this helped you see your own mind a little more clearly, consider subscribing and tell us in the comments the last time you